Hello everyone. It is I, Dragon's Fury. As usual, we have Infernal.
Yup.
Bear with me, I am suffering from an allergy attack, so I do
And
sound
the
nasally.
loss of a character.
And the loss of some of a character that I built in a game. So we'll get to that momentarily. So sorry for the nasally sound that may come and the sniffles. I will try to as not as possible, but we're just going to do a little housekeeping. So first up, a thank you to the new viewers and the new followers. Um, yeah, it still gets me. Like, I don't know if we'll ever be at a point where watching the graph go up will ever not be like, oh shit, there's more people. Like, the numbers changing
Probably
is
not.
still, which is fine.
Like
So
every time you're gonna look at the graph, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god,
and also
there's
shout out
people."
to our international people who are listening. I don't know how you came across us. I'm glad you did. Hope you enjoy the content and
People have their
future same.
ways.
People do have their ways, so hope you're enjoying everything that we have been putting out. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, etc., blah blah blah, blow up the Instagram. DMs are open for the sliding of in, and yeah, that takes care of that. And so tonight is going to be about. Wait, no, not tonight. Well, tonight recording live in the morning. So, sorry. Um, the
Time is
music.
very wibbly wobbly these days.
It's very wibbly wobbly for us. It's gonna be music, the thing that make you feel things, the thing that make you help not feel things, or whatever you may have it. And we're going to start with the sad violin, in memory of my once demigod that I had in Skyrim. For those who have been with us up to this point, it has come up that one of my characters I had made from the beginning was built to be a demigod, battle mage. So I built him to the point using obviously exploits to an extent. I didn't like break the game. I just used mechanics, compounded the effects to a certain degree so that I could make it where my destruction spells cost would be zero.
Basically, he used stuff that was already in the game that basically made it so the numbers on items would break.
No, I didn't break it because then the character would break. I just made him high
All the
enough
breaking.
that I could get my percentages down to 100. I basically wanted it to zero out my cost. Like, it would cost 100% reduced amount. So that's what I was doing. I just made it high enough that I could get 100% cost reduction, and I did. And that's all I did. I didn't do it on all spells. I didn't do it where I could not take damage or whatever. That's all I did. It was just destruction spells cost zero. I still had to
Also,
use magic for everything else, like magicka
and
for
I mean,
everything
to
else.
be fair, I feel like you could have gone further, but that would have required more toes.
That would require more toes, more time that I wasn't willing to put in, and that would have ruined the fun. Because I still like to be able to die. Like, I still have to fight. I still have to fight now, but
I
I
like to
can't
feel
fight
things.
the same like now. It's really slowed. Like, my progress and my momentum in my character is so slowed now after this patch. And not even this patch. It literally could have been months ago. I just haven't played in so long. So I'm thinking, from what I looked up, I think it was from like September of last year that this came out, that did this, where it like basically fixed anything that was quote unquote broken. And so all of my percentages are stupidly lower than what they were before, or removed entirely, honestly. And so I'm mourning that because it just completely killed the flow of that character, and it's just not the same playing it. I'm
So
not going to stop
everyone
playing
listening,
Skyrim.
if you have a drink, pour one out.
Pour one out for my character, for my Keji Jader. Um, but I'll probably just switch to my modded ones and just go, because the reality is I will always play Skyrim. I'm just not going to play it in the original form I was doing. So as it stands, the demigod has his godhood, his half godhood removed, and it is now a normal mortal and no longer fun to play. So I will be moving on to my true assassin that I have been building, and hopefully we can have more fun random things in that. In a happier, positive note, and so we can remember the character fondly, I left off with needing to go kill a giant, because you gotta end it the way you started, with the fucking toes. And so I went to go kill the giant, and I was working on my restoration and my alteration. And so that's just like your healing, and then like you're augmenting your self. So like you can give yourself extra armor, you can find your way through stuff like that. This is why I didn't realize that my shit was like nerfed, because I wasn't using any destruction. Because normally I use destruction for everything, for damage, for healing, etc. And that I wasn't using that because I was training up the other magic schools, because I wanted to get to the master level to go do the master quests to see what the master spells are, so I could use the master spells of every class.
Master this, master that, master everything.
Master of everything. And so I was doing that. So I'm doing restoration. So I'm taking damage so that I can heal, because I do take damage. So I'll take like 2 or 3 hits, because giants scale up to a certain point. So these are not just your run-of-the-mill giants. These are stronger, and like they can really hurt still.
Scale up to like level 40.
I'm 62, so they're definitely at 40. So I'm taking damage, whatever, healing, etc. My heavy armor's going up higher than my restoration's going, because I'm taking more damage than I'm healing, and the effectiveness of blocking, etc. So it's like it's blocking more damage from my armor, and then whatever is not being blocked is the damage I take. So I'm not healing the same amount of damage I've been dealt. So I'm doing that. Apparently, he hit me into a spot that was kind of like out of their interaction zone. And I was just standing on like a little mound of rocks, not anything crazy, just a tiny mound. He stopped attacking. So for a solid 40 seconds, I was just staring at this giant trying to figure out what the hell happened. I really thought he just got bored of hitting me, that he's like, this should have been done already, and you're not dead. Like, why are you still here?
Why did you not join the astronaut program?
And so he was just staring at me for like ever, and I was like, what is happening? So I go his way, and then I'm continuing on with my nonsense, and I was like, all right, I need to pick this up. And so I start using my destruction spells. And again, I wasn't focused on that, because normally it doesn't cost me anything. And it's still low. It's just, after a while, then it builds up. Then I would notice that my bar is down. And that's what happened. And so I'm like hitting it, and I was like, wait a minute, why am I losing magicka using destruction spell? And so there was a bug before where my armor perks never set properly. So I unequipped all my stuff and re-equipped it so that it would basically sync again. And I still don't think it did, because I don't remember it going green for my conditioning perk, which gives me the benefit of not being weighed down by my armor, because it's all matching armor. So there's a whole bunch of things that have gone wrong with that character. And so I get the other giant, I get the mammoths involved. So it's just a 4-way beatdown at this point. But before the mammoths got involved, they were doing the tower dance. So there was a mammoth on top of another mammoth just walking. That is the same thing that I said when I looked at it. I was so dumbfounded, I forgot how to record on my Xbox that I literally couldn't catch the clip, because I just forgot everything, because I was just like, wait a minute, like that's weird, even for Skyrim weird, because usually they're like on top of each other, doubled up, and then they come back down. No, they were on top of each other, and he was walking around in the sky. And then he came down and then melded with the other mammoth for a second, and then they separated. It was so weird.
Yeah, no, that's not normal for Skyrim, and even for Skyrim bugs.
Yeah, it was weird. So, had a 4-way beatdown, killed them, whatever. And it's like, so we ended how we started. It began with toes, it ended with toes. So Jodar was going to lay in peace in the void, because I probably won't be playing him anytime soon. and I'll be doing the modded. And hopefully, because I've been reading that it messed with the mods too, hopefully I can even still do my modded characters. Or this update would have effectively killed Skyrim for me. And then I'm going to have to just basically break down, get another copy on PC, and start the process all over again.
Where there are even more mods.
When there's even more mods. So, but I'll probably just do fully modded. I won't do like vanilla anymore and just go full mod and just change it to be a different game entirely and enjoy it that way. So, all right, enough about that. So yeah, so main thing of conversation. There we go. Whew, brain stopped. All this congestion is music. So the battle music, the intro music, the outro music, the travel music, all of the musics that come to mind. We're going to start it off with, what is your favorite? I have a guess, and if you don't say it, I will be surprised.
Well, the first one that comes to mind is Halo.
Okay, I'm not as surprised. I forgot about Halo.
Yeah, just because, like, yeah, no, Halo's opening, I feel like when you hear it, like, you know exactly what it is. Like, for a lot of people, like,
it's a very iconic.
Halo, yeah, it's very iconic. Another iconic one that I feel like anyone will recognize anywhere is Mario's.
Yep. Man, now I'm getting to the surprise part that what I thought you would say first hasn't come up yet.
I am now curious to know which one, because, like, I'm thinking of, like, various ones. Because another one that is also one of those Kingdom Hearts.
There we go. There it is. Okay. Number 3. That's fine. I can work with top 3. Because you literally know that music by the first note.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. When it comes to songs that I know very quickly, Kingdom Hearts is one of them. For an anime opening, is No Game No Life.
Yeah, scarily so.
Yeah, I scared Dragon because, like, the song wasn't even on for a second, and I'm just like, No Game No Life. And he's like, he looked down and was just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, so many things I questioned so much, because, like, I understand recognizing, like, a jingle or, like, you know, that beginning, like, the classic anthem of 365 like that, but, like, that's syllables, that's more things. That yours was like the freaking what is it, what is the band? There's another one where they literally play a key and everyone knows it based off of that one note. And I can't remember the song.
Ooh. Well, I know it's not Druid Sandstorm.
No, it's not. No, not Sandstorm. It's more of like everyone's like emo phase. Panic at the Disco. One of their songs.
Mona Lisa?
Is it? I don't know. I didn't listen to them like that. I'm just like well aware of it. So
like I've heard them from the radio, and also a friend listened to it a little too much. This is River, for your information, Dragon, which she transitioned from that to K-pop.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that tracks.
It went from emo music to K-pop. It's like, okay,
that tracks. Yeah, now that makes total sense. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Not even in the slightest. Like, that makes a perfect step-by-step, like, pathing in my head. Yeah. It's wild. Like, it's crazy how much, like, different they are, but, like, when you know how much K-pop they listen to and what is in there, yeah, no, it's an easy jump for them. It's a humongous easy jump for them.
So, are we just saying that, like, majority of K-pop people were, like, emo kids when they were younger?
Not necessarily. It's just, like, a lot of, like, emo, like, a lot of, like, the traditional, or, like, not traditional, but like the classic in a lot of people's minds of like emo music being like, you know, Panic at Disco, Paramore. Um, some people liked crap. What was their name? 30 Seconds to Mars. Like those bands and stuff like that, or like there's another one I'm missing, and Green Day really wasn't emo. It was more like emo grunge, I think.
My Chemical Romance.
There we go. That was the one. That one, right? A lot of those songs and like albums are like really like emotional, but like they're still kind of poppy in a sense, like because they were still very popular, but like obviously the tones and feels and like things that were going into that music is pretty much just the lower octave of like K-pop, because it's the same thing. It's like a lot of, you know, the popular stuff or whatever, but when you start listening to their other stuff starts getting sad.
Especially when
BTS.
you actually, oh god, yeah. Especially when you actually check the lyrics, it's like, oh, this is dark.
I was like, this is dark, this is sad. Somebody hug them. So the reality is that emo and K-pop are actually the same. Just one is done in a, you know, more masky kind of way. But like songs like Danger,
it looks brighter,
Monster,
and cheery,
like Monster,
it's like,
Obsession,
oh, yeah.
like all of those. It's just like Don't Recall. All of those are freaking Peekaboo. Like, oh my god.
Oh god, I remember watching that music video. Oh Jesus. Poor pizza guy.
Like poor pizza guy and previous pizza guys, because this wasn't their first rodeo.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, like, you know, Boy Meets Evil, like Boy Meets it's, oh god. It's not as happy all the time as you may think. So yeah, no, it's quite the bridge, if you will. Like, a lot of music is all the same, just in a different octave. Pokemon.
Oh yeah. And for all those that played Gen 4, if you do not have PTSD, whenever you hear Cynthia's battle music, you didn't do it right.
Or you did it right, like me, because you were playing in the middle of the night when you weren't supposed to be, so you had the volume off.
Yeah, nope. Full blast.
No, you can't. Like, I wouldn't have made it to this date to do this. Like, I would have been murdered if I played full blast at, like, you know, back then. That was like
it was
late was like 12 o'clock. Like, ooh, I'd be in trouble, kind of.
Yeah, right. Because God, this is a little while ago, but on the TikTok, me and Magma, we found one that basically was like, it's like one of those things where it's like it plays a sound and you have to guess where it's from, and the sounds were from Pokemon, and it was champion themes. I did not remember any of them, but the first note of Cynthia's, I'm just like, I feel tense right now. I should not be here.
Tell me I can leave. Tell me I don't have to be in this room right now. Kind of feels.
Like basically the gif of when they enter the house, they see Cynthia, and then the monkey's trying to get out. That's basically how it feels.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. The next on the list that I thought you would say sooner was Ruby. Ruby's music is hoy. That makes you feel feelings.
True.
Most of which you don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grim Eclipse, the trailer alone was like, let's fight things. That's what they chose that song to do. They were like, it's a hack and slash game. Let's make sure they want to hack and slash.
Let's get them in the mood.
Basically, like, oh my god, it's rough. And then, of course, the newest upcomer and the recent one that I witnessed because I was the last one to get to there, Star Rail and Fate.
Yes.
The Fate song. God, that song is so good.
Yeah, for those that are playing Star Rail or are like haven't started yet, if you get to the first world
Second
Yeah,
well, first world, but like second area.
first actual planet.
Yeah.
Like when you get to the first planet's final boss, the music that drops, oh, you feel it in your soul.
And for those who may not have a soul, you will feel it in your bones. You'll feel the feelings. Zuko's being a butt, apparently.
Oh dear. You're feeling your flesh.
For anyone who missed our pets episode, yeah, Zuko's update is he's still an a-hole. He's far more comfortable. He loves us a little bit more, but he is
he doesn't hate you as much.
He doesn't hate me as much, no. He's far more... We've gone back to the normalness we were at when we first got him into our homeness, whatnot. But he's being a butthead by not putting on his harness. And then he got real ballsy earlier, because we were trying to train him to be off his leash, because he doesn't like his harness. And so we were doing our usual training, whatever, which is, like, we set, like, the perimeter kind of deal. We have Mermaid, like, at one point when she gets home, and then me at the door, and I open up, and he'll go run to her, he'll go pee and whatever, and then he'll come back in. Well, he decided he wanted to go across the street and go pee, and was kind of listening to us when we called, because he always turned, but he would keep going the opposite direction. And then when I finally got, like, halfway close to him, I called him again, and I was like, come on, let's go. And then he took off and then headed back inside. I was like, you're an a-hole. You know that? And so now, yeah. He's a butt, but we love him. It's okay.
The dog definitely likes to mark the territory. I finally met the dog relatively recently. And, yeah, no, literally, like, every couple steps, he was just like, I will now claim this land as my own.
Even if he didn't have P to claim it with.
Yeah. Like, he would literally be like, this is my... Oh, wait, I don't got anything? I'm still going to do it?
I'm still going to do it for practice reasons. Yeah, it was ridiculous. He's a nut. So...
He was getting his stretches in.
He was... This dog does do yoga, I swear. He's the most... And so yeah, now on the flip side, what's some of the not so good songs that have come out? Like, what are ones that are just like, this needs to not exist?
That one I'll have to give it some thought. I'm gonna assume since you brought that question up, you have a couple.
Every Bard song sung in Skyrim.
Nope.
Just don't. Like, they sound so bad when they are sung. Every person who sings it is tone deaf, I swear. It's just, ugh. I feel like if anyone else was to sing it, like, in actuality, probably better, because, like, the cover, like, what is it? Like, Jonathan Young, like, his cover of the intro of Skyrim makes me so happy, and I've had it on a repeat at times. Like, when I listen to it, I'll listen to that thing like 5-6 times in a row. And so, but like, yeah, all of the songs that are in the Bard's list, if it's when they just sing it, you're just like, oh, can you not? Thank you.
No,
it's very, very unfortunate. It wasn't the original, but there was a remix of the Undertale theme that just made me want to just throw out everything.
A remix of Megalovania?
Yeah, just made me want to throw out everything.
Oh, jeez.
It was bad.
Megalovania is a good song, too.
I know. It is. Never played the game. Not going to play the game.
I have the game, mainly because someone bought it for me. I tried playing it, but it... Much like with Dishonored, to get the good ending, you can't kill anyone, and I don't need that level of stress where it's like, if I mess up even once, that means I'd have to restart. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not putting myself through this.
Yeah.
Now, I never consider going the genocide route, because I've heard how bad that route is,
Yeah.
and I'm just like...
Kill everything and anything in the path.
Basically. And, like, I heard it's also one of the more emotional routes to go as well. And I'm just like, yeah.
Emotional damage.
Literally.
The greatest meme to come of recent things. Like he's just so funny in that regard.
But yeah, no, like, like the music of Undertale, like just overall is really good. The fact that someone remixed it to be bad, that's actually kind of impressive.
Like yeah, it wasn't their like goal. It was just like that's what happened because you know like when you try to like make it too mixy and it just comes out
Like
just
try to
not
make
good.
it your own.
Yeah, like you changed too much, and so now it's just like okay, I don't know what you were going for, and like it can't. You need to just start over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh jeez. One song that popped in my head. It's not considered bad per se, but it is stress inducing. The music that starts playing when you're underwater in any Sonic game.
Oh yeah, when you're running out of air.
Yep.
Yeah, not needed.
Like, yeah, no. I want to know like who thought that was a good idea? Because like now, does it emphasize get out of the water as soon as possible? Yes, but no kid or adult needs that level of stress. Like that music. Oh my god.
And bless you, boy.
Zuga sneeze.
Yeah, he does that
Man,
a lot.
man, I guess he's taking on your allergies.
Well, he's not from Florida, so.
So yes.
um, so I was like, you know, it'd be like that. And so, all right. So now for the bridge music, which is it's game music, but it's not game music, and that's all of the League music.
Yeah.
So we got the Star Guardian song that plays on when you're in the skin. You have the True Damage music, and
I really wish when you played Jinx, her theme song played.
oh, Bass Jinx.
Yeah, get jinxed.
Yeah, that would.
Like,
I would want it when she would like when it gets excited, like the instrumental plays for like how long you're excited for.
That'd be cool.
That would be nice.
Give more of an incentive.
Incentive to play better.
Yeah.
Or at least try to play better, because you know, League keeps you down. League really doesn't want you to improve. Like it will never let you improve.
Like in the earlier seasons it did, but lately it's League is basically it's like where you are, either you're going to stay here or we're just going to knock you down.
We're going to knock you down. And that's usually really what happens. It's you can start at it and then you'll get knocked down and you'll never be able to get back.
Which really is unfortunate.
One way to hell.
I'm on the highway to hell.
Yep, here comes Scion.
Not the train!
The train! Another train!
It's like freaking Choo Choo Charles.
No. What was it? You have it. This was it. DJ Sona.
Yes.
You have those songs.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. DJ Sona is.
Is that everybody?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I think so. Well, actually, no. Wait. Project Mordekaiser. I think he has music that plays when he ults.
Oh, okay. I don't have that one. I have Ashen. I think actually, now that I think about it, I think Ashen has when he ults too.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not good at being able to survive all the time.
Yeah, Ashen Mordekaiser I think plays like a Dark Souls type theme when he ults.
When he ults. This is my realm.
QSS, bye.
Hit whoop. Which doesn't get built enough. People just accept it, like either you're going to die or like I will outlive you. Like
I feel like a lot of people forgot that QSS is a thing.
Yeah. Or they just break cleanse.
Well, I do.
Does cleanse get you out?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's very. The mechanics and how they interact with each other are very weird.
Yeah, I mean, also the mechanics have changed over the couple years, so it's hard to remember what they all do. Like some have stayed the same, but some are just like, yeah, nope. You remember how this was? Not anymore.
Right. And so that then moves us into the themed songs where we have pop, we have KDA, all of their songs. We have True Damage, all of their songs,
We
and
need more songs from Two Damage.
we do need more songs from True Damage. But the reality is that a lot of people don't like non-pop music for whatever reason, because KDA is the only one that's been doing well, and it took how long to get a second album from. To be fair, Pentakill has gotten albums.
Yes,
So
they have 3 albums.
they got albums. So I feel like they've done the best because they've given like actual things, and then you got KDA who have like who has an EP, and then True Damage with the one song.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see for also I feel like I would love to see for the World's Finals if they brought back True Damage, but did more than just one group. Like, because Akali, she's a part of both True Damage and KDA. You could definitely have both together.
yeah,
Now, would there be a lot of work? Yes,
it'd be so much
but
work.
but if it's done right, it could be really good.
Or just like a transition, kind of you have KDA performing or you have True Damage performing, and
Yeah.
probably True Damage performing first, and then it like seeps into KDA performing, and then like Akali is like kind of going back to her roots, if you will.
So I do it where like True Damage is performing first, and then Akali does her Smoke Cloud, and then KDA comes out.
Right. And she comes out, with outfit change and everything.
Yeah.
All Out style, because All Out is closest to True Damage look. Like feel wise, how they made it. Oh my goodness, she had to bring him back.
I'm sorry, what?
Apparently Zuko wasn't listening, and when he was, instead of listening during his training, he just kept walking around. So she had to pick him up and bring him back home.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are having a fun time training that dog.
Oh, well, yeah, but it takes time, so you just gotta keep doing it and consistent so that he responds to the commands, and so he can have his freedom without needing to be tied down because he doesn't like it.
Much like his parents.
I don't mind being tied down. I just don't like fighting my dog.
Well, that means 2 things.
Hilarious. So yeah. All right. Where is my shenanigans? Where is it? We gotta pull up the thing. My phone's on charge, so we gotta do the things other ways. So, what else? I don't even know. Like, what else has been going on? Like, if they were to do another group, what style do you think would be?
I mean,
Accepted.
a lot of people have been asking for like a boy group.
But like, what music though?
I feel like obviously probably one of the easier answers would be K-pop. But I know not everyone's a fan of K-pop. Mostly thinking about Magma there.
See, I don't think K-pop has gotten a good rap. I think for whatever reason, just like regular pop music, people just automatically assume it's one style. It's like, of course, you're gonna have like all that makes it pop is just the song style in it being like catchy and just kind of like mild meaning and just like almost not necessarily repetitive. It's just kind of feel good music or whatever. But those same artists have full albums that a lot of these songs come from that aren't even the same feel. Like, it's completely different, or it like gives you more into it. And I think that's what it is. I think he's had too much exposure to all of the pop part and not just at this point, like, because I remember I was watching a video where it was like, they didn't understand like, why is there a distinction, like, why is it K-pop, like it's just pop music. they just speak another language, but it's still pop music. So it's still rap, hip hop, or contemporary like rock, because we have rock groups. It's still that genre, just in another language. It's
Yeah,
like,
another language, but I also feel like when it comes to K-pop, they also add like more to their songs compared to like traditional pop.
well, yeah, but that's just out of creativity.
Yeah.
But like that line of thinking is like saying you hear Pitbull start doing a song in Spanish, and you're like, oh, it's Spanish rap. Like, you don't do that. But like, or it's Spanish pop. Like, it's French pop. It's Swedish pop. Like when Swedish House Mafia was around, still, and doing a lot of music. It's like, no, you don't say that. So like, why are we doing it for Asia? And especially since a lot of them are mixed languages in the songs.
Yep.
It's not just Korean. Majority of the time it's Korean, because they learn Korean, but then it's like, oh, it's Korean, it's Japanese, it's Chinese, it's both. Like, I've been coming across a lot of songs of like older groups where it's like, here's the song, here's the Japanese Korean version. Like, it's the same. Like, it's the split of them switching between like their native tongue or whatever. So it's like, why are we being rude to the Asians is what I want to know. Because we don't do this to our music in English. Like, we're not giving these different like designations. We're not saying like, oh, here's Gasolina, in here's the English/Spanish version. No, it's just Gasolina. Sometimes some of it's in English and sometimes it's not. I was just like, guys, come on. So I think Magma unfortunately didn't get the true, because I really think he would like a lot of the stuff that like I listen to, because obviously I'm a whore for EXO, but there's all the other EXOs and the ones that aren't as like well known, and so the songs that aren't getting played constantly, you have all of those songs, and I feel like he would enjoy that. Granted, he wouldn't understand it, like none of us do, but yeah, because like Wonho's great. He's a freak too, but that's part of the reason why I like him so much. Oh man, what episode was that? I can't remember. Or was that an episode, or were we just having a conversation? Oh, now I remember. Yeah, we were just having a conversation in the Discord with you, me, and Magma when I was reading through my music library, and I was asking you, is it horny or not?
Oh God. That.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
I had no idea.
Oh God, it was so much fun, because like you said, like, you've never heard the titles of like half of those songs before, or any of those artists, and it was just like super funny, because some of them you got like hands down, and then others you were like, nah, that's fine. I was like, nah, it's not. That one's the filthiest one. But yeah, no, it's still good stuff. All right, we are at the time where we do our Reddit segment. So we are going to do another Would You Rather. That was very well received, so we're going to keep it going. All right, here we go. Let's see. Money. That's too complicated. All right. Okay, here we go. What random thing would you rather have? Both your arms are replaced with shotguns that have unlimited ammo. Both your legs are turned into rockets that allow you to fly like Mega Man. Both of your eyes turn into ping pong balls. Your hair turns into spaghetti and stays that way permanently and can grow back. Your tongue is now a snake that can talk to you.
What in the world?
Oh yeah, no, these are random.
Also, when you said the ping pong ball eyes, I thought of the villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Hilarious. That is
God.
comedy gold right there.
Great
That's what that was.
Great movie. I love that movie. I actually found that movie in my closet. I'm like, oh shit, I still have this.
Funny.
Oh god. I feel like the snake one would probably be funny. Just like it's like you don't want to talk talk to anyone. It's like I'm gonna let my snake talk to you. It's like wait what? And it's like hello.
I just see. I want to know. Do you gain a lisp?
I would assume yes.
So like, can you
'Cause I feel
not
like
say
you gotta
S
wa-
anymore?
That's what the snake's for.
Well, right, but he can't say S either. It's just
Yeah,
forever.
he hisses.
Right, but that's H. H I and then S's, or at least that's how we spell it.
Very carefully.
I would have to
I'm
go
just
with
trying-
spaghetti hair,
Freaking Mr. Potato Head.
essentially.
Actually, no, better yet, Chia.
If it grew back super fast, yes. But I just feel like you can. Spaghetti is still like sturdy enough that you could semi-style it.
True.
And then when it starts to get moldy, you just shave it off, and then grow your hair back, your spaghetti hair back.
The Rocket Legs is interesting. I'm not like I feel like that would be useful to get around. Just because like, hey, I don't need a car anymore. I can just go wee. The shotguns for arms. I don't know why, but I thought of Seamus from Family Guy.
Hilarious. He would have a shotgun attachment.
Like I don't know why. Like he was the first thing that came to
Because
mind.
that's the same movement you would do with shotguns for arms. Because it's completely useless. How are you cocking the shotgun?
With your feet.
All right, that's going to look really weird and extremely suspect.
Well, yeah, it's also going to be weird when you have two shotguns for arms.
You can still hide it. Like you can wear long sleeves. You can put plastic hands at the end of the muzzle and pretend you have hands and you're just like a robot or whatever. Like people having prosthetics is not as abnormal in the world than laying on the ground using your feet to cock one of your arms to shoot God knows what.
It's like, what are you doing? My arm's itchy.
So I'm like, yeah, no. Also, where's the
I have
ammo
a
being
bitch of an
stored?
inch.
Like, I just need to know, like, the logistics of that one. It's just too much. Ping pong balls is just ridiculous. It would just look like I was too poor to get prosthetic eyes. Like, obviously, I'm clearly fully blind and I need, like, a walking stick, but, like, I just needed to feel better about, like, my eyes not working.
Can it be like those ping pong balls that have, like, a little dot on them so you look like you're, like, really shocked?
Yeah. You'd have to have some fun with it. Oh, here's a story. So, back in 4th grade, I had a classmate that didn't have an eye. And
That had to be interesting.
it was interesting up to the point because it's like, when you're that young, certain things just don't register in your brain. And a lot of this realization didn't come until, like, later when you learned about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, she would wear, and she had, because it was like when she was like younger, like I don't know what it was. I don't know if she ever like actually told us what caused her to like have to lose her eye, but it was something significant that they were like, nah, we just gotta get rid of the whole thing. Like it's not like there was an eye under there, it was just damaged. No, whole eye, gonzo. No eye, right? And so it was like a giant like bandage patch that would just be on her eye, like eye socket. And so you would just kind of be like, huh, that's different. You look like a pirate. And you just kind of moved on from there. And then when you learned more later that, like, there's nothing there, like, behind your eye, like, everything is just kind of, like, connected essentially by a wire, you're just like, she really was just walking around with, like, skull open. Like, obviously there's, like, the muscle and the lining or whatever, like, it's not just your skull, but it's like, it's just there. It's just space. And then, of course, and then as it got later, because it was like, she still has an eyelid, so, like, does she just, like, perpetually have it, like, the logistics of how she had the bandage on started to get more and more interesting to me as I got older, because it was like, okay, if it's big, like, so I guess the sticky part is around the, like, outside, like, the outer part, so it wouldn't necessarily stick your eyelid down, so it's just essentially like she had her eyes closed. But then I was like, okay, if that's the case, does it feel weird when you blink and your eye, like, your eyelashes are, like, wiping against something? Because that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume, yeah.
And then, if that's not the case, if she's not, like, and then she's like, you're perpetually holding your eye closed. Like, that's a lot of concentration to an extent. Like, to constantly hold your eye, like, without something else, like, holding it down, you holding your eyelid down is so much work. And it was just like, yeah, like, just as years came on, I was just like, man, that must have sucked ass. Like, egregiously sucked ass. I was like, but yeah, so that's why, you know, the ping pong ball thing, like, piques that memory.
Quite the memory.
All right, here's a off-the-wall left field one. Would you rather be hunted by 100 preteens or one vampire?
Vampire.
Yeah. Hands down.
I feel like I at least have a chance with the vampire.
Not even... I wasn't even remotely thinking like that. It was just a preteen female is a FBI agent in training. Especially with the way social media is now, like, they would find me so easily. And they all would just be talking to each other. It was like, oh, he's over there, this is whatever. And then it would just be, like, incessant, like, pestering. Because they would lose interest with you, and then whoever has put them up to hunting you down has to remind them what's at stake, and then they have to, like, reevaluate their life. So, like, every so often, you could have anywhere from no preteens after you, or all 100 preteens after you.
Run, bitch.
I never have to know if the vampire's after me or not, because the reality is that he's hunting me because I know they're secret and or it wants to suck my blood. So there's no loss of motivation per se.
Yeah.
You either eat or your secret gets out. So it's a vampire hands down. Always lose the hunt, but, like, yeah. All right. And for the last one, oof. Okay, here we go. So, would you rather never need to shower or any pests within 10 feet of you die instantly? Clarification on both options.
Okay.
Option 1, you never need to shower. Anytime you decide you need a shower, you are instantly as clean as you would be if you just got out of the shower. Option 2, non-human animals that you consider pests instantly and painlessly die when they are within 10 feet of you. You can change what you consider pests.
I like how they add that clarification of non-human.
Yeah, no genocide. Of humans, at least.
Yeah, no, that's not even a debate for me. The pest, like I hate it when bugs are in my general vicinity. Specifically when I'm just trying to relax in like my house, and I look over and I just see either a spider or an ant, and I'm just like, you have signed your death sentence. I left so many trophies.
Oh my god. Here we go. All right. I would save so much money on water.
Yeah, you would.
Um, but also, I would have to go with option two because, yeah, no, it's just when you try to get rid of them, they just seem to always like keep coming back. And I'm just like, can you just whoop, just be done with it? I don't have to spray things. I don't have to evacuate my premises if you have to like fumigate. Like you're now the fumigator. Also, I would be the greatest like pest control person ever. Because you don't need supplies. You just walk into the place. You're like, where are they at? And you just walk around the place. Just, hey, how's it going? It's like, hey, how's it going? You know, just start chatting up. You know, play with the dog, play with the cat, whatever. Just walk around the whole place.
It's like, so are you going to get to work? I am.
I am. You may want a broom.
It's like, why? Do you see that pile building up over there?
Like everything, like you may want a broom, and you want to check these specific places. I think, okay, maybe like smoking ones, like so you could clear them out into the open and like clear them so that way like you can clean up their bodies, because like if you kill them wherever they're hiding, they're still gonna be there, and so now you just have carcasses everywhere inside of crevices and things, and that's just even more unpleasant to think about.
It's a warning to those that come after.
There's two types of people. Story time. So so this was back when I was still with Nightwolf, right? And so I was in my room, and I had there was a pest, a bug that was crawling up on my wall, and I had killed it with my shoe, and it just stuck there. Like the carcass just stuck there. And I was too lazy to go to the kitchen and get a paper towel, so I just left it there. Now, mind you, Nightwolf doesn't necessarily come into my room all that, like, didn't come into my room all that much because he didn't need to. Like, anytime he needed me, it was whatever, or we'll be watching TV out in the living room, and so he didn't come in, so it was there for months. And one time, he comes in to get me for something, or to ask me something, and he looks at the wall, and he's like, is that a dead bug? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, why is it still there? And I was like, the same thing you said. It is a warning to the other ones. And he's like, huh, you think so? I was like, I haven't seen another one since. Yeah. And he's like, all right, because it's one of those things. The conversations that I have with Nightwolf are that of like social grenades. You just kind of say something, you drop it, and you walk away, and what happens happens. So there's certain, you pick your battles of where it's like, I know this is going to go down a rabbit hole I don't want to be a part of, so I'm just gonna let it go, because you're insane. I'm also insane, but your insanity that you're exuding right now is not something I want to be a part of. And we just go about our business. Or, as now, since we work together, we do it to our coworkers. We'll just say some outlandish shit and just wait for them to process it.
It's like 5 minutes there. Wait.
Wait a minute. Oh my god. Yeah, and we're dying laughing. It's like, it's some good stuff. All right, and to round us out, recommendation. Recommendation of the week is going to be what so the keep on theme would be, what song do you recommend for people to listen to? It can be your favorite. It can be what's stuck in your head currently. It can be that one song that makes you remember that one game and that one place doing that one thing. Whatever have you. What is your one? What is your song recommendation of the week?
Song recommendation. I would. First one comes to mind is Chain by Beckon. That was the opening to the anime Air Gear.
Yeah, Air Gear's been picking up some steam lately on
really?
the TikToks. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Air Gear content lately. So some people are rediscovering Air Gear. Hold on. Let me get the name of the song.
I would love it if they remade the anime of Air Gear to follow the manga, because like the original anime adaptation did pretty well, but near the end it kind of went its own path. Like most early anime. I would love it if they like follow the manga, because God, the manga got so crazy. But it was so good. Same with Soul Eater. Please remake Soul Eater.
Yes.
Once Fire Force is like completed, because we know Fire Force leads into Soul Eater. Please.
For me, is the Overlord opening.
First one?
Yep, I got a clip of it playing. That one. So that one right there, just like that quick 5 seconds of it, just the opening. It's Clantanoia, I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, don't get me a line.
That song. So it in general, it's, look it up. Overlord opening season 1. It is so fun. I agree with this person that left a comment. This isn't an anime opening, it's a spiritual experience. I feel that so much. And it's great. It's great. So that is my recommendation for the week. So we hope you enjoyed the shenanigans that we have provided this go round. We hope that your week is been good. If not, hopefully this helps a little bit get you through the Friday. If this is the beginning of your week, hopefully this starts it off very nicely, helps you get through that drive home, in, out, left, right, up, down, what have you.
Over there,
also, if you're liking what you're hearing, if the voices don't put you off and the comments make you want to know more, drop a $3 on us and you get bonus content. We're at, what is it, 10? Yeah, so we're half the amount of regular episodes. So we're at 10 extra episodes that are behind the paywall, which is $3 now, because I realize $5 is a bit much. Especially since the episodes vary. They're not always an hour, so I felt like that was fair, like to bring down the price for something that's not consistent. In those things, we have the anniversary episode of me in Mermaid. So it's the episode about our gaming, like our relationship of game and through the lens of gaming. We have the con episode when we traveled to MegaCon. It has the what's another fun one we did? I'm trying to think. That's a lot to remember. Let's see, what's another fun?
Red Flags.
Yeah, the Red Flags. Red Flags episode definitely was a fun one. And we also have the mini-sodes for Infernal, a little bit about him, the birth of me, in the sense of where my name comes from and where my various names come from, and other stuff like Pro League, D&D. The Game Logic episode was a fun one. All the episodes we do are fun. So if you want to know what those are, because you see them with the little lock, if you want to unlock that, just become a subscriber. As well, that does allow you access to the Patreon, not the Patreon, the Discord. Patreon's in the future. And so all you have to do is once you become a subscriber, just shoot me a link, and not a link. Oh my god, I'm getting ahead of myself. So sorry. Shoot me a message on Instagram that you are.
Geez, it's killing him.
That
It's infecting his brain.
It's coming from my brain. That you become a subscriber, and we will get you the Discord link to the server, and we will, as long as you are a member, you get to hold access, and access allows you more personal time to us if you like us like that. You don't necessarily have to do those kind of things, but we do have the one-on-one chat room available for that. We have the live chat room, so if you are interested and have a segment that you would like to do, if you're a future podcaster yourself, or you have your own things, what have you, and you just want to put it out there, you can join that for us. We'll gladly do that with you. And other fun things like that. As we gain more members, more content will be there available. So enough of that running off of my mouth. I am hungry, so I'm going to go eat. So, per usual, you are welcome to stay, but we are not. Till next time.
Bye.